We gotta figure out what's going on here with Sodachi and Araragi. The dude just doesn't remember anything, even though he's telling a story that he can't remember. Ogi over here, we're just gonna ignore, obviously. That's like the greatest thing to do.
Impossible.
What do you mean? Just close your eyes. Let it happen.
No.
This is a full-length reaction, so make sure to open up your own copy of the episode and sync it up with a timer that will appear within Serby's hands at the end of my countdown. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the anime. I'm going to start the episode in 3, 2, 1, play. Until he hit puberty.
Oh, he's James Bond.
Yeah, justice.
That shot made me think of the butt stuff from Sato's on my I'm sorry.
What? How?
Because it was the circle in the water.
I'm sorry, guys. Serby's weird.
What?
That's an interesting outlook on your grades. Having bad grades makes you be on the wrong side of justice? My love for these two OPs will never change. It's simple, but yet so trippy with the effects that they add onto these animations.
Just the mirror, the center mirror.
And then it just gets more and more complex as the OP goes on.
Kaleidoscopy.
It's very fitting for a character too.
I didn't see any math.
Just like you didn't see Ogi.
I love little Araragi. He's so cute.
I'm actually not quite sure why they don't have her voice here, and instead they choose to show it in text. Oh. Sounds like Kiwi. Ooh.
Mystery girl. I just failed to say mystery, and I don't know why.
I can barely hear you, Serby. Please speak up. Oh, God.
I tried to say mystery, and I don't know what came out.
But yeah, like there in the beginning, they didn't have her voice, but now they do.
I wonder if it's just
Or
supposed to be like it's slowly coming back to him. I don't know.
Potentially. It's a fading memory.
Mm-hmm.
But also in these shots, we just don't see her eyes.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it's just piecing it back together.
I also think that when they intentionally hide a character's eyes during a flashback like this, a memory, it could be like that character never truly understood them, because when you look at someone's eyes, you can. It's kind of like a window into their soul. Is the saying that they like to use.
Feels like a stretch, but you're the Monogatari expert.
I don't know. It was just something that I would say if I was like watching Penguin Drum. I think I did say that too when we were watching that.
I guess for me, for this shot in particular, because we're kind of filling in the pieces. Because first we couldn't hear her. Now we're not able to fully see her, but we can see parts of her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And given the context of him trying to remember a memory that's gone, right?
Yeah. Just randomly spend like half the budget on that one shot.
She deserved it.
Why do you think she doesn't want Araragi to ask her her name, literally anything else about her?
Not sure.
It's kind of weird. Like, all she wants is just to teach him math. Don't know my name. Don't ask me about anything else except math. Literally disappear like a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we know that she's not a ghost. She was there slapping Senjougahara.
You saying a ghost couldn't slap Senjougahara?
Well, I mean, Hachikuji probably could. Yeah, you're right. But what do you think happened here? It's just such an odd situation that she just randomly disappears. Not even telling her name, not learning anything about her, just teaching him math, getting him into the school, and leaving.
My thought goes, it's Monogatari, so there has to be some sort of aberration involved.
Uh-huh.
But also, we've seen her as like a normal person later, so I'm not sure yet.
I do think this somewhat explains what she says about, like, he has a girlfriend because of math. after his line of that, he would have never even gotten into the school if she hadn't helped him learn math.
I don't know.
Obviously, you can't really relate like one event to another. But in her mind, that could be how she feels it.
She doesn't seem like the kind of person who would make that kind of leap. I don't know.
But yeah, she does seem like the logical person. Everything is an equation. Yeah, that is what she said. Immense amount of hate that episode.
I don't know. It's kind of a weird, like, his meeting with her as like an impromptu kind of math tutor, right?
Yeah.
But the way she like says like everything that he is and everything he does is thanks to math, to imply that like that she's responsible for that. Like it's like a tutor. Sure, you help them learn. Their life and their abilities aren't because of you. I don't know. That's pretty aggressive stance.
Sticky. That is true. It would be in pretty much any other anime, but yeah, there's a side to this that we're not seeing. All out of sync. Gee, thanks. I don't know anything. You know everything. So what was her expectations? All right.
Have we been
you got
told
this,
what his
Irby.
parents do?
Yeah, his parents are police officers.
Okay. Her family went missing. She needs help. I don't know.
But yeah, just benevolently teaching someone math the entire summer doesn't seem realistic. She wanted something from Araragi.
Maybe she has 10 watermelons and doesn't know what to do with them.
Oh man, I love those questions. They were so easy to solve. Seems awfully convenient. Yeah, until it burned down. Actually, yeah, it hasn't burned down yet, where we are in the timeline.
I'm not good at tracking what point in time we are in this.
Oh yeah, we're easy to think that we're before Otori, so the snake thing didn't happen.
Okay.
Right. It was just like this. Always has been.
Oh, I guess I just assumed that this was her house. I didn't realize that wasn't a statement.
Mm-hmm. Because Araragi had spoken about it like this was a meeting place for the two of them.
Mm. Well, I mean, yeah, you meet at her house. I don't know.
But yeah, he never specified that it was her house. He just thought that it was a ruin that they came to.
I made that assumption in my own head then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. An unfortunate truth for many families.
Mm-hmm.
Because his parents are police officers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, at the end of the day, they're still your parents, even though they may do these things to you. Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot to expect of a child. I don't know.
I mean, Oikura herself was a child. This is the only thing that she could think of, it seems like. Oof. Your closing statement. No, thank you. I do not need your love.
I'll take Ogi's love.
Sure, take her. Have fun.
Like how he doesn't find that suspicious at all.
I know, right? Hanakawa finds it super sus.
Yeah, she's like, what?
Yeah, I see you, Araragi. Yeah, how did she find that out in the first place?
Maybe there had been a previous investigation to her family?
Perhaps. An immense amount, an infinite amount. Yes, they were. Gotta step out of your comfort zone, man. And of course, we have to end with Schrodinger. Always. Always back to Schrodinger. Oh, man.
You can't escape the Schrodinger.
Like, literally, how many anime, even in video games, it's always there. Oh, man.
Schrodinger's cat. It's not even the most interesting paradox.
Yeah. But I guess it can be applied to many things. And very easy to understand for most people.
No ship of Theseus.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty heavy story.
Yeah. I was not expecting the domestic abuse.
You were expecting the aberration, but no, it was me. Domestic abuse.
Oh.
Oh, God. That's so bad. Please don't take that out of context. It's all right. Nobody watches the EDs anyways. Oh, God.
Everyone watches this one particular.
There's just gonna be so many comments about that. Oh, God. Oh, Oikura. Yeah. She has been through a lot. I guess after this episode, I find it understandable why she has this much hate towards Araragi, even though you did bring up a good point where what would you expect from a child, right?
Yeah, it's like I understand it, but I don't think she's necessarily justified in it. Like, not from her perspective, I think it would be hard not to, since it's clear that she kind of put all of her hope onto Araragi, which isn't necessarily fair of her to do, especially without even like giving him any sort of hint or pushing him in that direction. So then to hold that kind of grudge against him for it, it's not really fair on Araragi, though you can see where she came from and how she got there.
Exactly.
And it's a terrible situation, and you feel bad for it for sure.
Araragi is still missing something of why Oikura knew in the first place that his parents were police officers. It's something that he never tells anybody, unless if they're like super close. So how could a girl that he had never met before knew that? And you had surmised that potentially there was an investigation and Oikura had like met his parents before, right?
That's my assumption, yes, that somehow she interacted with his parents outside of just him in school or whatever, whether it was with her parents or maybe some other situation that she would have met them in.
I mean, given how we know the Araragi household is, I wouldn't be surprised if like their parents just did investigations on their own and knew about what was going on in this household, but maybe they couldn't do anything about it. I don't know. We still don't have that information just yet.
Yeah.
And Araragi is forgetting a lot of things. This ties back into what Oikura said last episode, that Araragi's justice is self-centered. He was completely blind to everything that was going on around him, and he had made wrong assumptions even though he remembered things accurately. Like, yeah, this is just a ruined house that we go to, like a small little club that we hang out at. It's not Oikura's house. And then he just ignores all the broken walls, windows, the ceiling, and he just sits there learning math from her while she hopes that he talks about this place and the condition it is in and how she is to his parents, right? To at least give them maybe some evidence or like an inkling that something is wrong in this household.
I mean, little Araragi comes off as very innocent and naive.
Extremely. He had grown up in a household full of love. This kind of situation was foreign to him. So essentially what Araragi did here was turn a blind eye to, well, I guess, the truth that was going on around him and just learn from her and benefited from her. So yeah,
which is hard because that's something that
a grudge.
A lot of children would do naturally. That's not really, especially a child like that. They're gonna look on the bright side of things usually, not necessarily jump to those kinds of conclusions.
They don't know the world. They don't know what goes on and how terrible people can be. Obviously, we're all born innocent. It's only later on that we lose it. Unless if you're born
some
evil.
Kids are forced to experience that side of reality much younger.
These things happen in real life. This isn't just anime. I did say that I related to this character very much. I'm not gonna go into that on the internet, but yeah, I understand where Oikura is coming from, and I also understand why she didn't just directly say anything about it. Because yeah, at the end of the day, they're still your parents, and even though they might like do things to you, you still inherently love them. I don't know, it's hard to describe. Thankfully, I didn't end up like Oikura. Things turned out okay for me. But Oikura, it's not just physical injuries that she may have received. It's quite obvious that her mental stability is completely gone.
And we don't know what her current living situation is in like the quote-unquote present of when this is taking place.
We also don't know the extent that her parents abused her or like what they would do to her. So
whether it's just neglect or if it's actually like abuse.
But yeah, this is I believe this is the one arc where no aberration is involved. This is just terrible situation when shit gets real in Monogatari. Oh man, I'm pretty sure that's it this episode. I would say that this episode is more of like an explanation after the entire episode of setup that was the last episode.
Yeah, this is basically filling in a lot of the missing pieces, kind of,
while also adding on to the mystery that Araragi still hasn't realized yet. Well, with this, it looks like we're going to continue going down the rabbit hole of Oikura Sodachi and her past with Araragi. But alright guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Later, my dudes.